Thank you, thank you. Your words are all too kind. Unfortunately, I cannot accept any gifts, as grateful as I am. It is through my oath of knighthood that I swear only to serve my people while asking for nothing in return. But please, feel free to send them to the children of St. Estelle's orphanage on my behalf. Allow them a chance to smile on their birthdays. Truly, my happiness comes from bringing peace to the kingdom that has given me a home all my life, while blessing me with the honor of serving our royal family, just as my forefathers did before me. The elders of my family shared stories of the beasts that had terrorized the lands for generations. It is through their efforts and great wisdom that granted me the skills and knowledge to put an end to its reign of terror once and for all. And now we, our children, and our children's children may rest well knowing that we have one less threat to our kingdom's safety. May we all rest easy for many generations to come. Oh? Has the king requested that you stand in his place for the occasion? I see. Well, I am quite humbled to receive a medal of honor from the esteemed Knight Captain of the Royal Guard themselves. I wouldn't have it any other way, my dear friend. Oh, I believe your role suits you, that's all. Please continue to live up to the standards that have been set for you. I would expect no less. Just don't let me raise the bar too high for you. I'm just afraid there aren't enough centuries-old beasts out there wreaking havoc outside the city walls to the point there's public outcry. Sooner or later there won't be any tales left to scare children away from sneaking out to play in the forest at night. But maybe it's for the best. Having to deal with the usual rabble instead of a proper threat is a blessing. Let's hope they allow some respite for tonight's banquet. We could all use the reassurance that we're allowed to drown ourselves in wine and peace. Not enough to make fools of ourselves in front of nobility, of course. Unfortunately, I need to stay sober enough for His Majesty's speech. Can't miss my cue. Of course. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to be the woman of the hour. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Good evening, my dear. I hope I am not interrupting any moment of reprieve from the festivities. I was just coming by to ask if you were enjoying yourself. I worry when guests are overlooked and left to participate alone. Not too lively in here for your taste, is it? Then I must apologize for the inconvenience. I must have underestimated how many people's livelihoods were affected by the beast. But maybe I just created an excuse for everyone to take advantage of the complimentary dinner and drinks. Though I suppose ridding the kingdom of such a nuisance brings in more business, so it's worth the celebration for just about all the guests. Hopefully, you will be able to rest well tonight without worrying for your business and the stress of social obligation. I confess I am not as well acquainted with all whom I serve. I know of the family names and businesses His Majesty endorses, but I lack the privilege of meeting with the aristocracy directly. Oh, of course. Even considering His Majesty's introductory speech, I must formally introduce myself to you. Anna Kruger, First Lieutenant of the Royal Guard. I am flattered, but my family name gained its reputations through the efforts of several generations. My own efforts have simply been for the purpose of elevating its existing prestige. A promotion would be the greatest honor, but I'm afraid there is only room for one Knight Captain of the Royal Guard at any given time. The esteemed Faber family was quick to earn that title this generation. Unfortunately, slaying a beast that's terrorized the lands longer than our family's name has existed takes a bit more time and effort to accomplish. But I appreciate the accolades from His Highness and those of high standing, such as yourself, my dear. If I could have your name, it would mean a great deal to me to properly greet you. My goodness, to think I would have the honor of speaking with someone of your stature. Oh yes, I know your family. You would be hard-pressed to find someone who didn't, given the presence of your clothing line. His Highness and his extended family could not be seen wearing any other brand. And that is what truly sets your work apart from the rest. Another family with enough in their coffers would hire any old seamstress off the street to provide a less valuable product for a higher price. You've refined generations' worth of skill to create works of art. Forgive me for speaking ill of others, but you never forgot your roots, as many have. That wealth and power came from years of hard work, and I'm afraid some have only come into this world to reap the benefits from those who came before them. So I admire your willingness to continue the legacy of your family. If it is not too forward to ask, did you tailor the outfit you are wearing? It is magnificently stunning, no less than perfection. And now I've solved the problem. Clearly, you have hidden yourself away from your many admirers, so as to not overshadow the woman of the hour. But in a turn of events, I too find myself quite enamored. I jest, my dear. I do not mean to upset you, if I have done so. But if I may ask, what troubles you? I suppose the table you've chosen to sit at, being in the middle of the festivities for all to see, isn't quite so hidden. Then I take it that was your intervention? Well, I believe you are in luck then, as you are no longer alone. Ah. Did you have someone in particular in mind? I see. Unfortunately, your peers don't seem to be doing their jobs of finding prospective spouses. Too preoccupied with the fleeting pleasure of wine, I'm afraid. But do not think it speaks ill of you. If they've ignored the radiance of your work, it is because wine clouds the mind's better judgment. Oh. Is that so? I'm sorry, I'm just unsure of whether you want me to agree with you or not. I would prefer to refrain from partaking in such disrespect to you or your appearance, my dear. Well, you need not worry about them looking at your face when their eyes are trained to look towards your coffers. Though it would be unreasonable to assume, despite the need to secure and maintain wealth, you would hope to find genuine love with this spouse? Of course, I should refrain from commenting on a world that I haven't been given the privilege to understand. But I do hope that you feel that this banquet wasn't a complete waste. In the sense that our time chatting together helped you feel less alone. I am glad I was able to be of more direct service to you. And on your journey back home, no beast shall threaten the prospect of a leisurely night stroll any longer. Do feel safe, my dear, for there may be beasts lacking in good taste that cross your path along the way. I will keep watch then, for your sake. Have a lovely evening.